Gotcha.
All
right.
Both wear number 7 too.
Yeah, both number 7. Very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's start talking about the other side of the ball here. They say defense wins championships. So let's break down the defense into 2 aspects here. Let's talk first about the safeties in this game. So I believe for the Colts, you have Eski and Namdi that are playing safety with Hose, kind of like a hybrid, kind of middle linebacker up top.
He's roaming
he's
around.
a rover.
He
And then for the Cowboys, if I'm correct, you have Kayshawn, Mike, and Noah back there, who are pretty scary guys that who've been holding it down for you guys all year long. Just real quick, guys. What do you guys think going in? You got 2 different schemes. You got the 2 safeties against the 3 safeties. I think you're a little bit more well protected with the 3 safeties and going deep, especially with Hose in the arm that he has. Which group are you going, man? Are you going safety wise? Which defense would you rather attack?
I'd rather attack the Colts safeties. I think the Cowboys safety, his name is Michael. He's very aggressive. He really don't let out. The soft side probably on the Colts is probably Namdi's side. That's probably the softest side you have to go if you want to try to win that game.
Do you think the Colts safeties are do they overreact to be pump fakes or overreact to ball movement?
They bite a lot and they overrated.
Right. You think they're overrated a little bit here? So you're giving the edge to the Cowboys here?
Yeah, again, yeah.
Wow, that's already another edge for the Cowboys here. Hey, Leo, you are one of the defensive gurus in this league. You love defense here. I think you made your mark into the Hall of Fame as a defensive player, as a safety. It'd be real interesting to see you break down these 2 quality safeties.
This is interesting. I mean, both teams have great safeties.
Right.
Where and we know this for years. Where Eski, manages to get a lot of interceptions, throughout his career. Last year he had a lot. This year he had a lot. I mean, he usually has a lot of games where he has at least 3 or 4 interceptions in one game. So he's a heck of a safety. He's done it in Timoteo. He's done it in high school ball. And then Hose switching the middle and Namdi playing safety. That's huge too. Namdi's out there making plays. And you really don't see them getting beat deep. Surprisingly they run 2 safeties. I mean, we can say whatever we want as far as not being too many good quarterbacks in the league or anything like that, but with 2 safeties, these guys are getting it done, and they're forcing quarterbacks to think their guys are open, and they're making them pay to gain interceptions. So,
right.
I think they have like a total of 16 interceptions as a team, and Eski and the safeties are a huge,
Eski alone, he has 7.
So, listen, that right there tells you a lot, and that's him playing safety. He's not shooting up, catching interceptions from the corner spots. There are a lot of people testing them, and he's making them pay.
So, who are you giving the edge to here?
Oh, I'm never going to go against my boys. At the end of the day, if you look at my boys, I don't think you can really find much film on us getting beat with a deep ball at all, or even getting mossed. I mean, my safeties are really aggressive. They don't get beat deep. They communicate well, and we know how to sit there. And we don't get interceptions, but we do get a lot of deflections. There was a stat up there for deflection. We'd probably be like number 1 in the league for deflections as far as deep balls.
Did Chris tell you to say that?
Chris who?
Deflections? Okay,
I
anyway.
I want to bring it to the league next year.
So Chris, hey, you real quick, man, what do you got, man?
Right. I'll tell you one player I want to say that I've seen a lot of improvement, but it's been very quiet this year, is Sumo. He actually leads his team with 20 tackles. And with him, I've liked to see how
Sumo plays in the front. We're talking about safeties here.
Well, okay. Well, yeah, that's true. I forgot we're just doing safety. But I'm talking the whole defense.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, why don't we start to break down the front?
All right, so if we go to the front.
Strong water.
Right. So if we go up front, with Sumo though, I think one of the things I like about him is I've seen him become more selfless than I've seen him in years past. I've seen him literally take and sit on the sideline since he's ranked a 1 to allow other guys play and that sort of thing. So I think that kind of selfless kind of playing up front always makes it better in the whole game because I think but him doing that like to lead the league and him being able to take a lot of sitting has done some things.
Not only
and
that,
it's created an attitude on the team, and that affects both the front and the back, where there's a lot more selflessness than there's been in the past, and I think the team is playing more as a unit.
Not only that, a lot of people didn't know Sumo was playing corner, and now he's even rushing.
Yeah.
So he's playing corner, he's playing middle, and he's rushing.
Yeah.
So whatever they're asking the kid to do, he's not complaining. He's going out there and doing it, knowing that he's a 1. And on top of that, he leads his team in tackle, and he doesn't even start the whole game.
Gotcha. I mean, to be a great upfront player in this league, one thing you have to be really good at grabbing flags.
Yes.
You also have to have pursuit of the ball. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to
motor.
grab flags. Got to have a motor to go up and down the field. And I believe the Colts and the Cowboys both have players who have done that. I mean, you have Qua, who I think been playing exceptionally. He's a tough, physical little corner, but plays very physical. You also have Carlos on your side, who's definitely stepped up and become a great two-way player this year. And then you have Adrian and Cameron, who've been kind of switching back and forth. I think sometimes you use Cameron for his height, going in at some of these quarterbacks, and then sometimes, you're rushing in Adrian, I think, who's leading your team in sacks. But talking about the killers a little bit here, you have Jay, who's been playing really well. I think CJ also contributed at killer this year. I think he's slacked a little bit because of basketball stuff, and Jay has really evolved and taken over that role. Kind of we're making it just a one.
Best sacker in the league?
Could be. I mean, when you talk about interceptions, Jay does not give the quarterback any time to throw the ball. This guy is right on you on fire. And he rarely misses. He rarely misses. So I think when you talk about a force of why they get so many interceptions, it's got to be because of Jay and the play that he's done. And then just the safety's abilities to kind of overlap. So I guess, Rocco, who you give the edge to in the front here, Leo?
Oh, man, you pick corners. I'm picking my corners. You want to pick linebackers. Jay's a heck of a rusher. I mean, that's what separates them. Jay putting pressure on the quarterback constantly. Getting sacks is really the huge difference. And but I don't care about Jay. We're not going to pick the Colts. We're going to go again with my boys. I'm not going to sit there. You rather have a Toledo or you rather have Cam?
Right, Cam is like 6'4", 6'3".
You could stack Jay up 3 times. He's not even the same size as Cam.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
I blame that on the Toledo and Belinda.
Belinda, yeah. Now, who do you got here, Berto? Now, you've been, I don't know if you're favoring Cowboys or what. So far, you picked all Cowboys in every kind of matchup here. Who do you have here in this front here?
I'm going to have to go with the Cowboys again.
Again, why? Who stands out to you?
Cam on the Cowboys. He have way more tackles than Sumo. He had 27. Sumo got 20.
He had 7 sacks.
And I just want to say Sumo haven't really made a play since week 5. He's not really a factor.
Oh, you're saying Sumo? He has not made a play.
Since week 5, so he's not really a factor.
So you think to him he's been missing in action?
Yeah, he just haven't been. Yeah, he just hasn't been around.
I've been.
He does. So do you think they're underutilizing Sumo, or you think Sumo just has a different position where they kind of just use him as a utility kind of player, moving them all around?
Moving them around. More like probably they should move him to bench, but that's fine. But
so you think he's a weak spot? If you see Sumo on the field, are you throwing the ball into his direction?
Of course, he can't catch, so we can't even defend. He has 2 left feet. It's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Justin only had 7 sacks this year.
7 sacks, but in the playoffs he's been hot. The last week he got 5.
But he's screaming
alone.
He didn't start the whole season at sacker either.
No, it was been rotating amongst guys, and then he kind of really stepped in. I think he might have had like 4 or 5 against us, so he might have 10 already in the playoffs alone, which exceeds his season's mark. So now I want to go into real quick. I know we've been going in, but we really want to break this down. One of the most important factors in a championship is the coaching, the preparation going into this game. This could be the ultimate factor coming in, right? You can put kids in the right position. This can, not knowing a team's tendencies could really hurt you going into this final week here. There's so much film on so many players. Coaches have to learn how to attack these other teams' defenses and offensive, vice versa. Berto, real quick, man. Who do you think has the edge at coaching? You have June and his coaching staff who are undefeated. They got 2 little guys over there.
And they're doing it with 2 safeties.
Just gave up no points this last week. All right. And then you have Leo and his coaching staff over there. Who do you think is going to put their players in the right position to win this game?
Well, I'm going to have to give it to the Cowboys coaching staff. Leo, Leo's been in the league for a very long time, so he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows the defensive, he knows the offense.
Do you agree that one of these coaches could win Coach of the Year?
Yes. Yeah,
I think they're leading.
I agree.
Leading the race, both.
I agree. They probably, if there's not like 2 coaches could win it, but most likely probably Leo going to win it if they win the Urban Bowl. Just the fact that he came back strong. Started off with a losing record and they came back strong and won some games. I think Cowboys got the edge on them.
Gotcha. Hey, Leo, man, what do you think? I know you think you're great, and I think you can't argue that with your position right now being in this Urban Bowl. What do you think about June as a coach over there? Do you think he can outwit you in this game?
It's interesting. I know they watch a lot of film. Baseball players or not, those kids watch a lot of film. They watch more film than what they actually practice on the field. And, you know, that's what they do. That's why, if you notice, you will watch Jose playing safety some games, and he's playing middle some games, and Sumo's not rushing some games. So depending on the team that they're playing again, they do a really good job of game planning. You know, it's June, it's the Oompa Loompa, and then you got Jose Father, who's been involved like these past 4 weeks, you know, as far as, because they have a solid team. So when one is not watching, the other one is watching. They're watching film 24/7. So they're definitely a good coaching staff over there. You know, me and Al on the other side, we've been through this road before. We've been to championship game. If you look at our history besides last year, I've been to the championship game every year. And last year we had an undefeated season. Not only that, but last year they got the best of us. They outsmarted us, and they proved that, you know, they were a better coaching staff in the playoff. And, you know, we have a chance finally to get revenge on that.
Gotcha. So you're saying so for your Cowboys, I mean, when you get eliminated from the playoffs, you kind of hold on to that. This is your opportunity to repay them back.
Absolutely. I mean, we were undefeated, and they ruined the championship opportunity for us. And nothing would be more sweeter than, you know, ruining
their undefeated
season in the championship game at that.
Wow.
You know,
He's the LeBron
don't
James
get no
of
sweeter. But
coaching.
if you want to talk about coaching staff, two really great coaching staff, two coaching staff that watch film. If you're going to ask who's the edge, I don't pick against my boys. I would never pick against myself.
Gotcha.
I
So
have
you
the
rocking
edge in
with
this
Al.
Me and
Chris,
Al.
who you got, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, he said pretty much everything I would agree with. I mean, I really think that both of these guys are just amazing. I mean, I just see how improved the Colts are now, coaching-wise, throughout the years. I mean, just to see how they were just one that could never get over the hump, and now they're here undefeated right at the doorstep. It's exciting to me because, I mean, that's one of the hardest things to do is find really good coaching staffs across the board, you know, and to be able to have that is amazing and it excites me, makes the league better. Here, I mean, Leo has the experience, and I think you guys with that experience, it says something, and you have success in that experience too. So I might give a little bit of the edge to Leo on this.
Hey, let's go, guys. You guys can jump in anywhere you want here. What are some intangibles? What are some things maybe we might not have talked about that we did not mention that you think could be a huge factor in this game? And then we'll get into our predictions.
You don't have anything to say?
I mean, I think for me, I think when I look at the stats, I mean, it seems the Cowboys are better flag grabbers. And so if they're able to kind of contain them and do well at grabbing some flags, holding them down, keeping that surge from the beginning, and Eric, if this may be too big of a game for him. And if it is, like, you know, they should be proud of what they've done. But if they can keep it from being too big and they can keep that under control and get that momentum, and if they're sticking around going into the second half of the game, they could win. You know? And so I think that's one of the big keys.
Now going into this game, it's all about you know, kind of adjustments, matchups, and whatnot going in. Do you think that these guys match up? Do you think this can be a very close game going in? This is going to be an Urban Bowl to watch.
Yes, it is.
Gotcha. All right, so guys, let's get into it a little bit. Let's get into it. Everyone's been waiting to hear our championship predictions. We're going to start it off with Berto the Body. Who do you got winning this game and winning the Urban Bowl this season? Who you got?
I got the Cowboys winning 31-25.
Wow, the Cowboys winning 31-25.
We're going to win this game 35-27.
35-27. So he's got the Cowboys probably scoring the most points they scored all year long in this Urban Bowl. So for me, that kind of sounds like he thinks they're going to get some turnovers or whatnot and return some of the stuff to the house.
Is there any way I could pick a tie?
A tie? No tie. You got to go either you're hot or you're cold. Lukewarm is no good. What do you have?
This is a tough one. This is real tough. I mean, I think it's going to be
6
very
overtimes?
good. I think it's going to be 25-24 boys.
The boys. So we got 3 boys going in. And I'll give you a score. The Colts have been bugging me all year. Will Buddy finally pick with the Colts this year? Does he believe he hates the Colts? He doesn't like us. You know what I mean? Going into this game, hey, listen, man, what is a better story than an underdog winning? You know, what is a better story than having the Cowboys come up, you know, from a team, I guess a bottom 4 playoff team, right? And coming in and interrupting an undefeated season.
Yeah, it's too dramatic.
This game is going to be close to me. I think it's going to come down to who can make the other quarterback uncomfortable, right? Both quarterbacks have, a level where they like to be comfortable, where Holes likes that block, doesn't like to get a lot of pressure. Can they do anything to get more pressure on Holes, to make him make errant throws, to throw him off of his flow, get him off of his rhythm? What are the Colts going to do to stop the Cowboys' offense? You know what I mean? Because it kind of seems like, you got to keep the ball out of Keyshawn's hand, right? But no one's been able to do it all year long. They find a way to get their playmakers involved in this game. I know people say I talk a lot. I've been wearing blue. I've been going against the Colts all year long. And I'm not going to change now. I mean, come on. Listen, I want to see the Cowboys come out and win this game.
Yeah.
If the Colts win this game,
it's a Cowboys sweep.
It's a Cowboys sweep. If the Colts win this game, I will present them with the trophy and say, they are one of the greatest all-time Timoteo teams this year. Until then, I don't want to hear nothing about the Colts. The first time you guys practically win playoff games, prove it to me, show it to me this week. And then real quick, just kind of going there, the game's going to be real nice coming. Starts at 1:30 for this game.
12 will be the Hall of Fame.
Before then, 12 o'clock, you're going to have your Hall of Famers and your skills competition going on. We're going to have a hands challenge. We're going to have a quarterback challenge. We're going to have a tug of war and some other team events. Come early to the field so you can register to play. If you're interested in playing,
Be there at 11.
you can text me or Leo or whoever. Just get a hold of one of us. Let them know. But you got to be there on time. Come at 11. We'll be there early for this game. No, you can't play. So, guys, that will do it for our championship edition